I did say, Emma, that we do have a full day of interviews today, and we've been joined by John from Rotary in Kwinana. Now, you've got lots going on at the moment, John, but not only that, Rotary's pretty lucky to have you. You are a former Deputy Mayor of Kwinana, so you know the area well, don't you?
Yes, family moved in 1953. So I was a little bit younger then.
A little bit.
Been there for a long, long time.
Yeah. What do you love about Kwinana?
Well, other than the community is terrific. The people there, physically the trees.
The trees are beautiful, aren't they?
I play golf there twice a week at the Kwinana Golf Club, but even the kids. I mean, Chris and I were part of a Rotary team that do the breakfast club at Gilmore College. And those kids, their manners are impeccable.
Yeah.
Every one of them is please, thank you. They get a piece of toast and some Milo, and they're just beautiful kids. It's one of the highlights of my week, and people don't see that side of the town. They read something in a suburb that from people that have never been to Kwinana.
No, and there's lots to experience in Kwinana. The trees are definitely one, and you've got some pretty cool skate parks and
the adventure park.
The adventure park is pretty amazing. Can I ask, how did you get into Rotary and when?
Yeah, that's giving away a few things. 1979, I was selected to tour Norway as a member of a group study exchange. I was currently, at the time, I was the accountant treasurer at the city of Kwinana. So I'm an accountant by profession. I was headhunted to the job of accountant treasurer there at the city, and then went to Norway as a team, or part of a team of 6 people. And it was an experience of meeting other businesses, learning all about Norway, and the main thing is about spreading international understanding and goodwill. The highlight of the trip was spending 20 minutes with King Olaf, bumping into his son, who is the current king. We bumped into him in the car park.
Oh, really?
In the car park, I love it.
You meet all types of people in the car park.
Completely different scenario to, say, Buckingham Palace. The royal family there go shopping, and you bump into them in the street. So, wonderful experience. And of course, coming back from that, it just almost gave me I felt I had to repay Rotary for the experience that I had there. Joined in 79, been president of the club 3 times. I was honoured with the position of district governor in 2004-5, which was the 100 years of Rotary, so brilliant, and over to the eastern states, over to America for training, and then doing as much as we could.
Well, it sounds like it's giving you a lot of personal experience. Obviously, Rotary is run by volunteers, is it not?
Completely, yep.
And you guys have some big plans within Kwinana, one of which being that you actually have a walk this Sunday, don't you?
Yes, Walk to Lift the Lid on Mental Illness. It's part of the bigger Rotary picture, the Australian Rotary Health, which is a research fund that spends millions of dollars on research into mental health. The stats show that 1 in 5 people in our community suffer from some form of mental health issue, and Rotary have spent many, many years, as this has been our top priority, mental health. Beyond Blue was, which a lot of people know about, was originally started by Rotary many, many years ago.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. That's fantastic. And I love, every time we have someone in here from Rotary, we see how much you contribute to the community and how much you attempt to lift the community up. It was always great to speak to Rotary people.
Yeah.
But it's fun. Yeah. And this is what I can't understand. People say, you do a lot of work, but hey, we do it because we enjoy it. We love what we're doing, and we love the people we're working with. And it's just nice to be able to help people.
Yeah, one of the secrets to happiness is not what you get, it's actually what you give. Yeah. And Rotary, as you said, give a lot to our community. So this walk, how many people do you expect will be there?
Well, there was one earlier last year in Perth. They got 11. That was my challenge.
More than 11?
120.
120.
So far.
And is it a distance walk or is it just
No,
a meet and chat with people?
Yeah, the concept was a lot of the walks around Australia, and if you look at the website for Australian Rotary Health, you'll see there are lift the lid walks all around Australia. But and a lot of them are 10 kilometres or something like this. Mm-hmm. This is all about saying to people with mental health issues, we may not be able to fix it, but we know you're there and we'd like to talk to you and we'd like to be there for you. So the whole concept is awareness and letting other people aware. So we're just walking from Bendigo Bank, which is where it starts from, and then through Challenger Avenue, past Dan Murphy's, and then down to the Adventure Playground. So it's about
it's achievable,
15, 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. Anybody can join us. There's 48 kids coming from St Vincent's Choir. Couldn't keep them away.
Yeah.
Couldn't keep them away.
So you've got entertainment there as well.
And we have IPL Radio broadcasting from the
Yeah,
site.
we sure
fantastic.
will be there, definitely to cheer everybody on and create that sense of community, but also, as you said, to lift the lid on mental health and to say, we're here, we're listening, and if we can support, we will.
And two really important things there is that the physical activity is really helpful with mental health, and that creating of community is something as well that people need to know that
The village.
oh, the village, again, number 3, ding, ding, ding. But people need to know that we care, you know, and we'll listen. We can't necessarily fix what's going on, but a problem shared is a problem halved. Did I just make that up? Is that,
No,
or is that
that's
like
correct.
something?
No, what?
I thought I was a genius for a second there.
Once before.
John, what does it mean to you to be a part of an event like this?
We're involved through Rotary in the Kwinana Fair. We're involved in the Australia Day, and part of my skill set is that I'm usually the project manager, and I do it because I know a lot of people. I often say I don't know much, but I know a lot of people that do.
It helps, doesn't
being
it?
able to pull those people together. We've got great teams. We've got great synergy. We work well with the city. We work well with everybody, and so it's just a matter of having that connection over 70 years in Kwinana. There's not too many people that you can't find out who they are, even if you don't know them.
And I love that. Sorry, go. I love that you said that you've got you specifically have a person coming down to share their journey and to maybe encourage others to be brave as well.
Yes, I think that's very important because it adds a bit of reality to what we're doing.
You also have we were having a little chat before, you've got some other little projects happening too, which I thought were very inspiring, is that you've got a little shop happening at the moment, don't you, where you collect goods from people that necessarily don't need them, like pre-loved goods. You know, another person's junk is another person's treasure. And you've got a shop that's actually doing so well and helping internationally. Is that correct?
Yes, the Rotary Furniture Factory, it's in number 1 Gentle Road in Medina. We've been operating for about 5 or 6 or 7 years now. The concept is that a lot of people moving or downsizing or moving into a nursing home or even wanting to change their furniture, and some of it is very good furniture. A lot of it comes from our friends around the city, around Applecross and wherever there's Rotary, we have contacts, and so we'll go and pick it up in our 4.5 ton truck. And we've got a lot of, like me as a retired accountant, I'm now a truck driver. I'm very proud of it. We go and pick up the furniture from these houses, bring it down to a place in Gentle Road, which has been donated to us by a local businessman, and he's been very, very generous for a number of years. We then price it and sell it to people at very realistic prices. So, they could pick up furniture for $280, $100, very good furniture. We tend to make a fair bit of money out of that over the year because we do collect a lot of furniture, and that money is used to renovate schools in Indonesia.
How many schools have you been a part of in Indonesia?
We're working on number 9.
Number 9.
Yeah. Now Michael Nella, who's the brains behind it all, and his team are going to Indonesia on Thursday of next week, and they'll spend 3 weeks over there, hands-on.
Okay, tell me, what's the hands-on? What are they actually doing over there?
Okay, so the school will be a very dilapidated school. maybe dark and dingy. They'll knock holes in walls, put new windows in, replace a roof, replace the furniture, repaint it into lighter, brighter colours. And the reward is not only seeing the finished product, but seeing the smiles of the 50, 100 kids standing out the front of the school building, all in uniform. Again, beautiful kids, beautiful manners, very, very grateful.
Yeah, to reflect on the fact that 9 schools literally means hundreds of children that you are putting an influence on and giving them that, and
it can be the difference between them living a life of poverty and that their ability to get education.
And an opportunity for education.
And we've also, there's a second part of that where we're starting to support scholarships for some of those children. And there's another project we do in Timor-Leste. Max Bird has been very involved in that and collected a lot of money through Rotary. But what he does is he goes to a village with no clean running water. And they'll find that the ladies are walking 5 kilometres into the hills to find the water from the spring. He'll tap a system into that spring, reticulate the water down to the village into a tank, and have purifiers on this tank so that they provide the kids and the mums and the schools in the village with clean water every day. Now the difference, they found that the health of the children has improved by 80%.
Wow.
Absolutely brilliant project. So that's
not rocket science,
No.
is it?
No.
The fact that everyone gets clean drinking water, and that affects your health. I mean,
and the time that they save, but also I'm sure it's creating a safer environment. I can't imagine that the 5 kilometres that they walk to the spring is a safe walk for them.
No, it's just something they've done for all their life, most of them. And the other thing is a lot of the times the children are helping carry the water. So now those children are at school for longer periods of time.
yeah, and
So
building a
win-win-win.
skill set themselves, by being a part of some of these projects might inspire them to be builders themselves.
Yep. So that's 2 of our international projects. The other one is we're working on at the moment is youth exchange.
Oh, I looked this up recently because I would love for my daughter to be involved, and I think it just creates such an amazing opportunity where they can safely develop their independence.
Yep.
Sorry, I'll let you talk about it.
And we've had children or young people. Actually, our first one was from Denmark. Came over when our children were 12 and 13, so they inherited a little big brother straight away. Had a terrific relationship with him ever since that 1987. Been over there a couple of times to spend time with him. But his father is a Danish knight. And Jens Otto has actually just recently been made a Danish knight himself. First father-son. So we get a lot of pride in saying we have
A Danish knight in the family. Does he
member,
sword fight? Has he slayed any dragons?
So we have had Japanese ladies from all over South America, or girls and boys, and we've got one arriving in July from Norway.
Oh, that's so amazing that we're getting that cultural experience into Kwinana. That's amazing.
Have been for many, many years, just nobody knows about it.
I want to ask, what would you say to someone who's thinking about joining Rotary and hasn't yet?
Yeah, look, if you want to get involved in your community and you want to spend some time, it's not full-time. It's as full-time as you want it to be.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of days a week, but we meet every Monday, and that's sort of on the cards. Some people turn up every fortnight because that suits them better. But yeah, we meet every Monday. We've got great fellowship amongst it, but we're so active in the community with all these different projects that if you're fit and able, then you might get involved with the furniture shop and do some lifting. If not, you could cook sausages at Bunnings or do any of a million jobs.
Yeah, a million jobs, I bet.
But it's more the getting to know your community, getting to know people.
Being social.
Yep.
This act, belong, commit.
Yeah.
It's an ideal in our club because our age demographic is closer to mid-70s. So, if you're an 18-year-old, you might not come along